Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another Total War Warhammer video. Today we'll be continuing our mod highlight series, specifically looking at a legendary lord mod. This big red monster charging to you on screen is Skarr Bloodwrath. Chieftain of the Skaramor, Skarr walks the fine line between mortal life and demonhood. He is one of Khorne the Blood God's favoured champions, who has presented so many skulls to the Skull Throne that the Blood God has blessed him in return. Anytime Skarr should fall, he will rise again shortly after. This is a near-immortal being. Skarr was introduced during the controversial times known as the End Times. However, he does have a very cool mini, and it does make sense for modders, specifically Shore Muscle, to eventually include this champion of chaos. But let's not waste any more time and jump right into the specifics regarding this mod. Skarr is available for the Warriors of Chaos in both custom battles and in campaign. You used to be able to start a campaign with him, however that has now changed due to the recent patch cycle with the Twisted and the Twilight. Instead now, unless this changes by the time I record this video, Skarr can be recruited through normal means by the Legendary Lords tab. Obviously, take into account that this is a Warriors of Chaos faction, so if you want to recruit him, it will of course cost the usual cash, but also horde growth. Do bear that in mind, as obviously the more armies you recruit, it will be more expensive. That is of course if you wish to begin a horde. He is available from turn 1, so if you wish to start your campaigns as him instead of Kolek, Archaon or Sigvald, you can easily do so. Skarr's personal trait is known as Bloodborne, and provides the following bonuses. Weapon strength plus 12% for Chaos Warriors, Chaos Spawn, and chosen units in the Lord's army. And secondly is an ability known as Khorne's Gaze, which we will show off later on in this video when we take a proper up close and personal look at him. The weapon strength bonus is of course useful. Now your Warriors of Chaos, your Chosen, and your Spawn will all feel like they've been touched by Khorne. If you want a true Blood for the Blood God campaign, then this legendary lord is the one for you. Skarr comes with a host of new skills. Of course, the generic blue, red, and yellow lines stay exactly the same. There's no reason to update them as, well, they work perfectly fine, and the mod doesn't include any new units. Stat-wise on the left, you can see he boasts pretty high stats on everything all around, barring melee defense itself, but then again, this is a champion of Khorne, and he doesn't really need that much defense. He needs to be into the fight and doing his damage. His unique yellow skill line will have a number of effects. Mostly they'll focus around buffing up the units within your army. There are a varied amount of buffs to specific units, so you will actually find yourself recruiting from a varied roster once you start unlocking these buffs. The most powerful skill, in my opinion however, is that of Unstoppable Tide, the last skill from this specific line, which increases recruitment rank for Exalted Heroes, increases weapon strength for Shaggoths, Chaos Trolls and Chaos Giants, but also can dramatically reduce the amount of winds of magic that an enemy army may have. If you're fighting against a faction which makes heavy use of magic, and well, this is Warhammer, most of the factions do, these negatives to their winds of magic will make battles a little bit easier for you. Skarr will unlock further bonuses such as his items via a tier system. There are 2 tiers specifically here, which will both work towards making him much more powerful. The grand majority of the skills up here will focus on Skarr himself, making him last that much more on the battlefield without having to worry too much about him. There is also a further bonus here in regards to the Chaos Chosen, improving their melee defense and also their physical resistance. They're going to be your unit of choice specifically with Skarr. As you can expect, Skarr's attacks are armor piercing. He is a melee expert, causes terror, and is also a siege attacker. The remaining generalized skills and traits are that which can be expected, barring that of Khorne's Wrath of course, which is a rather powerful augment that not only affects him, but allies in range. It's only got 3 charges per battle, but if used during the correct timing, you could do a lot of damage with this. You'll see here that Skarr excels in melee combat. I have him fighting an army of Chaos Chosen and he's really not taking that much damage. Instead, he's ripping apart any of them that come to him. I'm going to take the time now to talk about the mod in general. Skarr is a rather favourite character of mine when it comes to Khorne, if I can be completely honest. I absolutely loved his mini back in the day, and I feel that he's been represented extremely well in terms of visuals. But then again, we are aware that Shaw Muscles was behind this mod, and well, his quality has always been absolutely great, hasn't it? So there's obviously no surprise on implementation visually. He looks great, and he looks like he should be official, to be honest. All he's really missing is his own Skaramor troops. There were a few added in for the end times, and it would be nice to see a sub-mod being added in eventually in regards to those units, cause yeah, they look cool. Stat-wise himself, he's fairly well balanced. Yes, a bit more on the powerful scale, but then again, this is to be expected in regards to a end times character. Let's be very honest, the Warriors of Chaos at the moment are quite bland, so anything that adds in some extra flavor to them is most welcome. I do recommend this mod if you want to try out another campaign as the Warriors of Chaos, and even more so if you're a fan of Khorne. There are a few mods that could work quite nicely with this mod itself, for example the Bloodletters of Khorne and maybe even the Marks of Chaos mod. You can find a direct link to this mod in the description below, and should you want to recommend any other mods for me to check out, you can always recommend one in the comment section below, or join the official Great Book of Grudges Discord where it's much easier to get in contact with me. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Discord. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using that link and also our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Prince and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fane level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule, VS Vasan, Aaron Whitman and Shaggy for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you all enough. And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing and commenting on these videos. Honestly, it's because of you guys that the channel's been growing at such a great pace lately, so we can't thank you all enough. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.